Cheers, cheers. Testing the mic real quick. Actually, we're running a little bit late, so let's get stuff on. People are coming in, getting dressed for the stream. Okay. Mic flipped in. We are ready to go. Look at that. Not too bad. Only a little bit late. Good morning, Yarn Creature. Thanks for joining, as always. Can't hear me. Okay, hold on. Does that work now? Is it better? Hello. Cheers. Hello. Testing mic. Oh no. Good morning. Can you hear me? I'm just connecting, reconnecting. Hopefully it works. Hit all the wrong buttons. Okay, great. Yeah. Great. Sorry about that. Okay. The mic connects to like 3 other spots, so if any one of those gets out of whack, messes up. Oh, it's picking up my laptop and not me. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can fix that really quick. So sorry. So I have my air conditioner on, which is right next to the laptop. Okay. What? Do good. Test. Testing the mic. Okay. Hi, Pixie. I'm having mic issues again, so I'm trying to get that fixed. It was all great yesterday, so I don't know what's going on today. Okay. Let's see. Set. Default done. Testing. Okay. Can you guys hear me all over here now? Hopefully so. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it is. Okay. Okay, this is not good. Yeah, maybe something got changed. Let me find that. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, there isn't an on switch on this thing, so it should just be on. So, just to my microphone. Okay. Testing microphone. Test. Oh yeah, something's going on with the microphone today. Hey, hey wife, can you bring me my gaming headset? Yeah, I'm on the mic settings and it's not. It's telling me I'm on the right one. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, it's actually. It says it's on the right one. It's just not picking it up. I don't know why. Take it out again. And again. Test, test. Wow, that's really bad. Why it's doing that? Thank you. Lexi rescue. Anybody? Thank you. Switching mics. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. No problem. Okay. Give me 1 second to get this fixed. Okay. Let me start this all over again. Just a minute. So I get this all fixed up. And I will have to test that again tonight. It was working great the last few days, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. Let's move on to this one. Test. Test, test. That one seems like it's working now. Okay. Yeah, I did all the plug on, unplug, replug, all that kind of stuff a lot. So, okay. As soon as you hit record, everything messes up. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Great. Woohoo! We're good now. We are good. The wife to the rescue. She brought me my other headset like a boss. Okay, so thanks for joining today. This is early morning. Let's move over here and let's kind of talk about what we might be doing today. This is the vase that we did a few days ago, last week. So inside of it, I have put. Let me get my chat on over here. All of these pine cones that I want to do something with. Chat. Oh yeah. Turn me down if I'm too high now. I'm probably way too high now. Okay. So I've got all these pine cones that I've kind of picked up on our walks every day. And what I'd like to do someday is, instead of doing a wooden finial, I'd like to do a pine cone finial on top of a box. So in order to do that, because pine cones change, they expand, as you can see in the weather, and they contract down to tighten up also with the different weather patterns. So because of that, I need to try and stop that from happening. So I think I'm going to clear coat a few of these just to test it out. So this is just going to be like an ongoing thing that I'll be testing. Let me get a box that I'll be testing, because they're not going to be dry today and that kind of stuff. But I wanted to do it on stream and kind of let you guys know what my thought process is on this. I don't have a lot of this clear coat yet left. I need to get some more. So this is just polyurethane clear coat, glossy. And I'm going to take one of these closed up pine cones and dip it in there, let it dry, and then test it in some damp conditions and see if it opens up. If it doesn't open up, then I know I'm good and I can use it for projects. So that's kind of the whole goal for this, and let's see if this works, because it's just a trial. And then we'll get on to some turning after that. I just want to get a few of these things soaking. Yes, they are prickly.
Let's just get a few of these little ones that are closed. I think it'd be a fun thing to add to a bowl or a little box. Trying to see if I can hold on to it. Yeah. I'm just going to drop them in there. Now see if I can fish them out. Doesn't take a lot to coat these things. It might be too big to get with this. Yeah, let's go to the other one. There we go. Just 2. And 3. We'll start with the 3. That should be good. Give us something to test. Come back. I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll do a stream on how they look and everything too tomorrow. But so that's just a really quick thing. Get that done. Move on to the next thing. We are going to, I think, start this bowl. I feel like that today. So this is a piece of river birch. So this is the log, cut off a section. It actually had a big crack here, so it kind of cracked off right there in that section. But this is a piece of river birch from my dad's backyard. It's not very big, you know. It's only 4.5 inches by 2.5 at the biggest. So we're just gonna make a small bowl out of it. At least get it started today. We'll see how long it takes. So I glued it to this little mounting piece the other day on last week's stream, one of those streams. And so we're just going to attach it. It keeps on coming right out. We're going to attach it to this piece that will thread onto the lathe. Hello, Erdelie. Thank you for joining. Good morning or afternoon for you, I think. I'm not really sure. I know everyone's in different time zones all around the world. I'm doing well, thank you. Starting out the morning. We went on a nice family walk like we do at 5 a.m. And now I'm getting to do some shop time, which I love. That's, I think, why I love streaming the most. It makes me come out into my shop and actually do things. Gives me motivation. Okay. Quickly grab some coffee. I've not had any coffee today, so that's nice. I'm gonna move this box kind of out of the way. I don't want to bump it all day. Okay. We've got our bowl blank. Piece of river birch. We got it mounted onto a block onto this piece. And so that allows us to mount it to the lathe. Good morning. I is Tim. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. So, okay, I'm going to have a little issue here. Pull this camera closer because I had to switch mics today, having a mic issue. So first off, let's get the camera over here. No one look at the small camera right there. No one look at that. I'm moving it. I don't want you to get sick. unless you enjoy that kind of stuff. Okay, move that over here. Get the wire out of the way. And let's go up here a little bit. Let's check on that. Does that look okay? Maybe a little more up. There we go. Looks pretty good. There we go. Okay, switch that camera back. There we go. Maybe a little further up. Huh. Okay. I still have all this sawdust on here from yesterday. Never really got around to cleaning up. I had to run straight to work yesterday, which I'll have to do today also. So, I'm going to take off this piece. Get my chat back up. Okay, now we can screw this directly onto the lathe. Make sure it's good and tight. Okay. I'm just going to test, see, the distance of my tool rest. I'm also going to bring this guy up just for some extra support. I want to make sure we're good and safe. You know what I might... Oh, actually, that should work fine. Yeah. Okay, checking our distances. Yes, Erdalee does some beautiful, beautiful work. If you're not following her, please follow her. She does some gorgeous silversmithing work, or a silver jewelry making. Silversmithing, probably. I don't know what the term is. She's very, very good. Reddish wood. Which reddish wood? Sorry. I is Tim. Were you talking about this sawdust? Because that is from our piece yesterday, which is actually a acacia. This is a weeping acacia or a shoestring acacia wood. It's local wood from this. Well, I don't know how local it is. It's an ornamental tree that's everywhere here because we're in Vegas and we don't have real stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna sharpen my tool really quick. So let's switch this stuff out. Get my other tool rest in there. Let's get my bowl gouge sharpened. Want to make sure you always have a nice sharp tool. It makes your cutting easier, and it also makes it a lot safer. Yeah, the shavings are from the acacia wood yesterday. It is a nice red color. There's some here. I can show you actually good cross section of it. I've got this piece. Let me move the camera back really quick for you. There you go. Let me turn this light off so you can see it better. So it's got this like beautiful yellow into this grayish black into this gorgeous red. If I put some oil on it, you can see it even better. So it's just like this gorgeous wood. I've got this log that came off of a tree from work that I asked if I could have. And so I've been making a lot of stuff out of that. It turns really nicely. The colors are beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I think everything has a good smell whenever you cut it. as far as wood goes. It's all a little different. I've I've not had any bad smelling wood. That sounds funny. Okay, do this really quick sharpening. Checking my angle, looks good. Let me get the other side a little better. Okay, that looks good. Doesn't take a lot, just enough to get that edge nice and sharp. I've also got a little honing sharpening stone that is curved. Let me get my, that's curved so it can get down into the groove here and you can get the burr off. Just make sure you have a nice sharp edge. There we go. Okay. I think we're ready to start cutting. Well, almost ready to start cutting. First off, safety, safety, safety. Since we're doing end grain, so we're going into the grain. Uh, the grain is actually going this way right now, but it will spin and change, and we're cutting directly into that. So that makes it really hard to cut, and you can have issues. So I'm gonna try and fix my headset and everything. Give me just a second to get this face shield on. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to be micless for just a minute. Uh, I cannot do both at the same time, it looks like. This mic is too big. So give me 1 second. I'll get it kind of set up close to me. Okay, I'm just going to use the mic this way while I'm doing this, because I do not want to be unsafe while I'm cutting into this, because you can get pieces that jump off and fly across the room, and I don't want that to hit me. So safety first. I'm going to go ahead and get the first cut going, and I will check back with you very shortly. Okay, so we're going to start out slow, kind of testing it out. Then we're going to turn it up slowly to get up to speed. When it starts wobbling, we know we've gone too far. We can back it up. That's probably pretty good. That's probably about as good as I can do right now. So start out very slow and take off small cuts. Okay, once again, this is a very hard wood, very, very dense. So it's going to take a little bit of effort to get through. I'm just letting the tool do the work. I'm not pushing. I'm just gently going into it with the tip, and then we're just gouging out small pieces right now. And it'll get easier as we get it more rounded. It just takes time. It's coming along. Look at that. We got some nice rounding going on right there, right here. We're getting it chipped away. Since this thing is not square, we're cutting on like one side and then skipping some, then cutting on another side, which makes it a little hard on the tool. But as soon as we can get it rounded out, it'll fix itself. We'll get it nice and round. Get this kind of shaved down here. It's just going to take time. Keep on catching on that one spot because it's missing something, coming along and just hitting really hard into this one spot. That's fine. You know, we are getting through it. It's rounding out a little better. You can see we're just rough cutting right now, just trying to get it down to something manageable. You can see the color on here. I don't know if you can see that with the light. Let's turn that off for a second. The color on here is really nice. It has some nice spalting, which is actually mold that happens. So all these little lines and stuff, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's some nice lines, some nice color variations that are like, it looks like splotches. That's actually mold that gets into the wood after it's dead, and then the mold dies out. So this is not live mold. This is old and dead. It's all dried out. This wood's all dried out, so it can't hurt you now. But yeah, that's what all this color variation is in all this, which is quite interesting. It takes longer to get that way. It's really sought after wood because of the colors. Oh, thank you for the follow, Malachi Galaxy. I hope I said that right. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining and following. Just doing some wood turning today and making a little bowl. I don't know if you guys saw, we did have a few pieces fly off. Let me show you. That's why I wear a face shield, so that's why I'm not talking a whole lot right now. That's a nice chunks fly off. That happens a lot, especially when you have this kind of area that's already kind of broken. Yeah, look at that. It's getting nice and rounded right there. We're making progress. It takes time. Time and patience. We're not going to get through it all today. I doubt. Yeah, I don't think we will. But we're going to do what we can, and then probably come back tomorrow. Face shield down. Yeah, it's looking good. We're definitely making some more progress. Cuts are getting easier on this side where we're almost meeting. Cuts are getting a lot easier. We're just going to keep on going. Keep on taking stuff off. I'm not sure how this is all going to play out. You know, a lot of this is just figuring out what the wood wants to do for that specific piece. And we'll figure that out as we go. Cats TO2. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I, I hope you're enjoying. Ooh, you just bought a lathe yesterday, Galaxy? Oh, wow. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely not a pro. I bought this lathe almost 4 years ago, and that's when I started learning. So it takes time, practice. Be patient. Read books, watch videos. People that are better than me. I can give you some people to follow on Instagram that are actually pro level, and they can teach you a lot of stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. Getting into it's so much fun. Just take your time, be patient, and enjoy. Oh, thanks for saying hi, lady. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, yes. Galaxy, definitely, definitely. The sound of the lathe stalling. You like that? Yeah, I actually hate that. But this isn't a super powerful lathe. This is a very dense piece of wood, and I'm going at slow RPMs right now, and that all kind of adds up to it stalling a lot easier. Um, as I get into it more, I can turn up the RPMs, and that'll go down. But it's safer on a bowl blank like this to start out slow. Okay, so we're making progress. I'm gonna put the face shield down again and start some more cutting. Just keep on chipping away slowly. I'm using a push cut today, which is starting over here and just kind of pushing into it. And your tool's on its edge that way. You're not cutting it this way, which is how I started learning cutting with the tip only. But now I'm going into the bowl this way, and you get a better cut that way. It's a lot more practice to get it right, but you do get a smoother cut, which is kind of what you want. So let's cut some more wood. So I was just readjusting the tool rest to get it as close as possible. And also I turned the speed up a little bit, probably a little too high. It's shaking a little bit now. I'm going to turn it back down just a tad. But I did go up. Yeah, that looks good. When it's not shaking, you know you're good. Again, I've got a small lathe. It's not one of those giant ones that can handle a lot. So we're just going to start cutting again and get this thing chipped out. That's a good question. Actually, a rough and gouge is more like this. It's got a larger flute, and it's also not out of bar stock. It's out of a flat piece that they round. This is actually a bowl gouge, a really big, heavy duty bowl gouge. So it's out of bar stock. You can see it's just a round piece of metal that they shape. Yeah, they're both gouges though, but the bowl gouge is for end grain turning bowls, and the rough and gouge is only for spindle work, mainly because if you can see, it comes down to a very small part of metal at the bottom, and if you're doing end grain, that can snap it off. So you don't want to use these kind of thinner tools on end grain work, only on spindle work. It's a good rule. You will see people do it, but it's very dangerous. So I would just say please don't do that as you get into it. Also, since you're just starting out, I would say spindle. Do spindle turning first. Bowls can be frustrating at first. So like we did this pocket box yesterday. Um, it actually opens up. You can put stuff in it. We did that one yesterday. Something like that. A nice little spindle project is always the best thing. Make some handles. I did I didn't I didn't make this, but it came like that. But you can make handles. It's a great starting out. Spindle turning is the way to start. You can kind of learn your tool control that way. It's a lot safer. Yeah. Did you also get a grinder? Because you will need a slow speed grinder to sharpen your tools. That's something you don't think about whenever you first start, but you will definitely need that. Okay, we're gonna do some more cutting. Okay, yeah. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got the bevel, which is the that part of the blade on the wood, and then I'm kind of turning to get the edge of the blade onto it, but I'm keeping the bevel on the wood. You always want your bevel rubbing. That's super important. 101, bevel rubbing on the wood. Bevel, and then you can lift or lower to get into your cut. Yeah, Harbor Freight's great. I got a lot of my stuff there at first. I didn't get my tools there. I got these. There's a Benjamin Bratt set. I think it was on Amazon. This has actually been a really good set for me. There's only one tool I don't use out of that entire set, but it's worked really well for me. It wasn't. I don't remember how much it was. This was years ago, but it wasn't too much. It's a nice starter set. It's got skews your and your bowl gouge and your rough and gouge and these also in there. So yeah, it's a good set. Oh, nice. Yeah. I would say actually maybe even take the Harbor Freight one back and just use the Benjamin Bratt. So, because I I think having a bad tool up front is gonna maybe not be a good learning experience. But I don't know. I've never used the Harbor Freight tools, so I can't really speak to that. I think there are some videos of guys that have tried those out on the YouTubes. Okay, let's keep on cutting. We're making progress. It's looking good. It's actually pretty smooth where I'm cutting it. Um, we of course have this giant gap right here that we're trying to round out. Yeah. Try them all out. I mean, you might find something you like in those, and that's great. I'm not trying to discourage that. I just haven't tried them, so I don't know how they are. You can spend more money on tools on knives than you can on anything else. It's it's pretty crazy. There's so many different kinds out there. Okay, so yeah, we have a ways to go trying to get this rounded out. Still have this big gap right here, so we got a ways to go. I might actually, if it gets to where I feel like I'm done, and I might actually leave some of that. We'll see. I also have to flatten out this because you can see we're at an angle right there. I need to flatten that out. So, yeah, of course. I mean, if you have any questions at all, let me know. Send me a message, whatever. I am happy to talk about wood and wood turning for as long as you have time. Okay, let's get back to some cutting. Hey, Ioti, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. You have a good day, man. I know you're. I know you got a lot of work to do, also. So have a have a wonderful day. Okay. Oh, I've been streaming for a week and a day now. I started last Thursday. So this is a brand new thing for me. I'm really enjoying it. The people are great. People are so nice. Got a little weird spot there. Okay. Um, yeah, people are great. It's been a great time so far. So this is actually my sixth stream, I think, in the last week. 4, 5, yeah, sixth. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely starting to look more like a bowl. I'm gonna flatten out this bottom a little more, and then kind of work up the sides again. Move my tool rest up a little bit, and we'll keep on going. Does my camera have a microphone? Yes, but it's not very good. Um, I usually try and use a different headset, but that one was not working today, so I had to switch to my gaming headset, which is a lot bigger. So I can't have it on and my face shield at the same time. So it's a thing about live TV. Things happen. Okay, so we're gonna go back to some cutting now. Let's get the bottom all squared out. Okay, it's looking pretty good. We're getting the bottom kind of flattened out a little bit. We need to be able to take this piece, turn it around, and remount it because we're going to hollow out the opposite side. So we've got to make either a tenon or an internal tenon, which is usually my preference, but this is a smaller bowl, so we'll see. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. Yeah. Any other questions at all? while I'm paused. Actually, I'm going to grab some coffee really quick. Coffee time. Oh, that's what I needed. Okay, now I can move on. Check the time. Okay, we're good. We got about an hour left. Okay, let's just keep on working this down like we're doing. If you got any questions or anything at all, let me know. Well, that was a good cut. We got a nice little cut going on there. Looks like we're all the way around this thing now, which is great. This is going to be again a very small bowl. That's totally fine. That's pretty much all I do. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Definitely going to be leaving a lot of this. I like leaving as much of the natural as I can. We've got a nice crack right here. It's good to know, just to watch out for. It's also part of the beauty of the wood, in my opinion. So, we're going to do a few shear cuts just to try and finish off the edge, make it a little cleaner. Come into the bottom, clean up the bottom a little more, make a tenon, and then turn it around. Okay, yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're getting that along really well. Let's see. I'm gonna use my bigger jaws, but I don't know if that's gonna be wide enough for that. Let me keep on cleaning up that bottom, make it a little smoother. Sides are looking pretty good. Got a tiny bit of tear out, just some ingrained nonsense. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. This is still gonna be weird. Let's flatten this out a little more, get a little better tenon, then we can work on the inside. Okay, I'm using a scraper tool for that, which is usually for finishing the inside of the bowls. It's nice and flat. It's a good reference point to get something nice and square. It leaves a really nice, smooth cut. It's a finishing tool. So that's what I'm using right there. It's really nice for that kind of work. The reason why we're getting a little bit of some lines here is because it's spinning this way, and then we go to this void, so the tool goes down into it and then pops back up and gives you a little bit of a catch. So that's what these are. Those little catch marks here. It's because we have this uneven surface. Working with live edges like that, you're always going to have little issues with tool chatter because of that. And that's fine. We can sand that out later on. I got most of them out. Got a few bigger pieces that we can just sand out if we need to later. It's totally fine. So I'm going to take off this nub here. I'm hoping this tenon's going to be big enough. I don't want to really take that much more off the bowl. if I can help it. So I'm gonna hope this one's big enough. So I'm gonna take off this small piece, leave this little tenon lip, and we can see if that'll mount okay. If not, we can try it again, you know? You make mistakes, you keep on learning, try something new. Ooh, I think I missed something. The difference between this and a parting tool? Is that what you're asking? A parting tool, well, there's different kinds of parting tools. This is a parting tool. It comes down to a point here, and you go into the wood this way. You can make um, you can make lines in the wood this way, but you don't want to part the wood that way because you've got this big triangle there you have to push through. So you actually part this way. It's kind of a larger parting tool. This you actually hold flat this way, and so you're actually putting the flat space on the wood, and it's shear cutting it as it's going, which is kind of the same thing that the parting tool can do if you hold it at certain angles, but that's what this one's designed for. This is also a parting tool. This is one I use most now because it's very thin, so you waste less wood than you would on this one. And this one you're cutting through a lot of wood, and so you have almost 3 times the amount of waste as you do on this one. This one probably my newest purchase. A nice thin parting tool, which I've loved. It's especially good for, again, small boxes because then you can line your grain up and you're not missing all that wood. If you were using the bigger one, your grain wouldn't line up as well. It'd be missing about that much more. So, yeah, it's just nice for that kind of thing. Smaller pieces. It's a nice cut. Yeah. No. Always ask questions. That's how you learn. Totally. I have no problem answering stuff that I know. If I don't know, I will find out for you. Um, but yeah, that's a basic difference in those tools. Let's see. I actually really enjoy the scrapers. At first, I never used them. You have some wood turners, some older wood turners that were like more old school. I don't want to be ageist. Some more old school wood turners that are against scrapers. They think it's cheating. But you know what? If it gets the job done, it doesn't really matter. There shouldn't be any tool shaming. There's enough problems with the world. We don't need to be shaming people for their tool choices. As long as they're being safe with their tools, that's the important thing. I'm actually going to shear cut along the edge here just to clean up some of these scrapes. I've been getting some chatter again because of this piece here. Getting some weird chatter here, so I've got a little gouge there. I'd like to just try and clean that up a little bit. That's just the difficulty in these live edges, though. Oh, of course, I don't mind answering anything I know. Of course. Okay, we got face shield on. We're gonna do some more cutting. That was actually a super satisfying last cut right there. Sometimes it just kind of cuts into it like ice cream or something. It just feels really nice to make a cut like that. Okay, let's try really quick to mount it onto this. Okay. The tenon's kind of small for the, yeah, okay. So I'm going to work on that one. Ooh, let me check really quick who all's on here. I promised a few people. No, Pab's not on here today. I promised Pab a shop tour next time he was on, so I was just checking on him. Okay. I'm going to switch my camera. This one, you guys can see me a little better. Let's just kind of point you over here at the workbench a little bit. Okay. We're going to do it that way instead of taking that camera off the wall right now. I'm going to really quickly change the jaws so I can mount this thing. I wonder where I put my bit. I always keep it right there. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna put the bigger jaws on my thing here. Yeah. The triangular tip can make tools look the same. There's so many tools out there. There's so many kinds of blades. It's too much for someone starting out. That's why those sets are really nice, because it kind of gives you what you need to get started, and then you can add to it. Like I got let me do a little show and tell really quick over here. These are the skew chisels I got with that first set. All this black stuff is just, they put a coating on there, and I'm too lazy to take it off. So these are the skew chisels that came with the set, and they're great. I especially like the really small one for detail work. And then like a year or so later, I upgraded to this one, which is just much bigger, 1.5 inches, and it cuts so well. It's also rounded, so on the tool rest, you can kind of turn it into your cuts a little easier. I don't know that I like the rounded part of it or not. I'm still kind of, I still kind of prefer the nice flat surface, but the rounded does make it easier to turn into your cuts. So I'm not really sure on that part yet, but I love that tool. It's beautiful. So I just kind of upgraded, over the years. Like this is my first bowl gouge, and this is my new bowl gouge. As you can see, it just dwarfs the old one. It's so much bigger. It's bigger around, bar stock's bigger, and it cuts so well. Plus, I can get better leverage on it, because really you're wanting to use as much as your body and your leverage as you can. And this one, it's a little too close for things. It's good to start out with, but I love this one now. I would never go back. So just kind of over time upgrade as you can. Do. Okay, let's go back to changing out the jaws. Let's see, let's get these jaws out. I hope it's gonna fit these. If not, I've gotta make a few adjustments, and that's fine. What I should do is I should measure it. I should measure before I start cutting, and then cut to the line I need to cut to. But sometimes I just get too excited and just start cutting. 4, 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully this one will be big enough or small enough also. You're always changing things out and moving things around. Jaws, yeah. Do-do. 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 Putting jaws on. Okay, and one more. Okay. Turn you back over here. Okay. This one's probably going to be too big now. It is too big. Okay. I should have just shaved down the other one. Okay. Well, I don't really want to go much smaller than that because that's less gripping. Okay. Next option. Yeah, we're going to go with the next option, which is actually my preferred way of doing it. So I'm going to measure this out. Okay. The tool rest is getting stuck. Come on, tool rest. You got too much sawdust in you. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. There's my line now. I'm gonna do a little. My preferred way is always going internal finial, or not finial, tenon. I think it holds better, so I'm gonna do that. Back this out of the way so I don't poke myself. And let's get this guy first. Actually, I'm gonna take this whole thing off because I've got to get into the edge. Okay, that'll be good. Yep, that'll be good. That'll work. I don't want to go in too deep because I don't want to lose too much of this. Good morning, Quacker Punch. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. I don't want to go in too deep. I don't want to lose too much of the inside. That'll work, okay. But I do want to go in enough so that, oh good, good. So that I'm holding on to this thing as tight as I can. We're spinning at high RPMs. I just want to be safe. I am making a bowl today. This is going to be a small bowl. We did the outside turning on it, just kind of got it cleaned up. And now I'm figuring out how I can mount it to turn it around and hollow out the inside. We're definitely not going to do it all today. There's no way. I do not have the time. I do have to work in about 40 minutes. So I'm just going to get as much done as I can, get to a nice stopping point, and then we're going to do more probably tomorrow. So I'm just taking off this excess now. Got to flatten out the bottom again because I don't want this tenon on here. It's so satisfying. Okay, let's just check it. Got a little bit of a bump right there I got to take out. Okay. Check it again. It's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Also, just for fun, I'm going to put a little design in the bottom. I just feel like it. So I'm going to just do... Let's actually get this one. Just put some little design stuff in the bottom. So I'm just going straight in with the point, and it's making a nice little little lines in it that actually slope into a point. It's kind of fun. And now I'm just going to round out the edges, these edges a bit. I don't like sharp edges. I say that every time. It's just something that I do not like. So, okay, that looks fun. That looks nice. I'm just going to check. This will fit on. Before we mount it, though, happy little tree. Oh, yeah. Before we mount it, we want to do a little sanding. Just a little bit. I want to finish off the bottom a little bit. So, I'm going to turn this way down. Also, I'm hitting the edge again. I don't want a hard edge. Gonna make sure this is nice and finished. At least mostly finished, you know. We do have those weird spots with the tool chatter there that I may have to hand sand. Probably will. I have to just go in here. Just slowly take it off. Just want to kind of even out the grain a little bit. Looks a little better on that spot. And that one is a little bit deeper, so it's going to take quite a bit. It's okay. That looks good enough for me. I'm not going for perfect. I'm just going for something I'm happy with. This is just something I'm making for fun, just like everything I do. Okay. Let's get. Oh, I forgot to order my sandpaper yesterday. I was going to order more of these. Totally forgot. I'll do that today. These little sanding pads are just a great thing to have. They make it so easy. Your hands don't get heated up. It's really nice. Grab some of this. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a finished bottom. It's not perfect, but I think it's doable. I think it works. Yes, yes, Google. Remind me. It's on my Amazon list. I just forgot to hit buy, which is totally my fault. Okay, so we did a little internal tenon. Yes, exactly. No bottom's perfect. So what this will do, because we're doing an internal tenon, as we expand these, it'll push against the outside walls, which is why I like doing it this way. I feel like it's a lot stronger. Some people don't like it this way, and that's fine, because you do have a hole in the bottom of your bowl. But that's the bottom of your bowl. No one cares about that. I like it this way. I think it looks good. I think it does a good job. Where is my wrench? Oh, there it is. Okay, gotta get this thing off the lathe. There we go. Okay, so now we can turn around and mount it that way. First, we have to take off this, which is hot glued on. Again, as I said when I did this in my last stream, you have to use a hot glue gun that is rated for something like this. You cannot use a hobby glue gun. It has to be like a shop level, pro level glue gun, because those will get hot enough to where it will actually hold on. A hobby glue gun does not get hot enough. The glue doesn't get hot enough for those RPMs that we're putting it on. So just if you do this with hot glue, just get the right gun, get the right glue sticks, and be safe. Always wear a face shield whenever you're doing this kind of work. Okay, get some coffee in me. We're gonna move over to the workbench. Workbench time. I'm actually gonna pull you up here. Kind of angle you that. Oh, look at that. Look at that view. That's nice. You can really see what I'm doing now. Yeah, okay. So I've got this line of hot glue I need to break off. And to do that, I think I'm going to try and put it in here in this vise just to hold it a little better. This is my drill press vise, nice and heavy. Grab my chisel. We're going to go into this side that has a little cutout of it because that'll be the easiest place to actually do this. Okay. Actually, I'm going to get a smaller chisel. I see a nice little hole right there. If I can get this in there, we can try and pop this thing off. Okay. Back to this one. Just going to kind of try and work this thing out as best we can. Again, we're using really good hot glue gun and really good hot glue, so it's very strong. Sometimes these pop off really nicely. Other times they take a little bit of work and effort. Just going to kind of try and cut some of this glue off on the edges. Weaken it a little bit. And then kind of work this thing off as best we can. It's going to take a little bit of effort. Okay, come on, glue. Spend all this time gluing things up, and then you got to just take them apart again. Okay, if I can get you in there. I don't really mind if I crack anything or scrape anything on the top, because that's all going to be taken out for the bowl part of this. But it is not budging. This whole stream is just going to be me trying to take apart this piece. Okay. I'm just going to go into it this way. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's perfect. Look at that. First try. Okay. Get out of my way now. Okay. Ooh. Got that thing all nice and gluey. Okay, now I'm just going to scrape off all this glue. Just going to get in my way. It's on there. I should have left it in the vise, shouldn't I have? Oh, did you get the same workbench? Haha. Yeah, from Harbor Freight. Yeah, this is the Harbor Freight special workbench. It is wobbly as all get out. I've actually made it a lot better. I've spent some I've spent a lot of time trying to build on this thing. So like this is all added on. I've mounted my whiteboard and my tools up here. This is all added on. I put these big 4x4 posts on either side of it, bolted them in, and then kind of added all this stuff in up here. It's been fun. It's uh, just keep on adding to everything I have, trying to make it how I want it. So you mounted it to your workbench. So you've got a smaller lathe too, uh, like like I have. If it's mounted to your workbench, I would advise to just a 5-speed wind, 12 by 18 inch. Yeah, that's about the size of mine. I think mine does. I don't remember. I'd have to measure it. It's right here. I don't remember if it's 10-inch or no. I can do 12-inch bowls. Yeah, and then it's my bed is 24 inches. I spent a lot of time looking at small lathes, trying to pick out the one I liked the best. A lot of research. 5-speed, that'll be good. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's a really fun thing. If you get frustrated, let me know. I'll walk you through things that I know. Like me and this glue. I'm getting frustrated with the glue. It's a great thing. I love using the hot glue. It makes mounting pieces so much easier than using wood glue, because then you can get back to the wood without destroying it. But getting it off is fun. Kind of a hassle. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Okay, look at that. Glue free. Glue free since '83. Clean up all my glue fragments. Throw that away. Okay. I need to sharpen that one. I need to sharpen both those. They got glue all over them now. Okay. So, just going to mount this back onto the lathe. And look at that. We got a bowl on the lathe. Now we can start hollowing out this side. I'm still afraid of this. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to have to maybe hand sand a lot of that off. We'll see. Pull you up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Check the time. Ooh, okay. I'm getting close to the end of my allotted time. I can at least get it all set up and get it ready for next time, which is great. That's half of it. So I'm getting the tool rest pretty close, as close as I can. I won't go that way much more than this. Lock it down nice. Make sure this turns because it is a little bit. It isn't even. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah. It's not looking too bad though. Okay. We got that mounted. Do I want the tailstock? I don't think I do. We're just going to test it, see how it's looking, see how it's spinning. Make sure we're still pretty even. We might be a little bit off. Let me readjust that a bit. Thing about moving your work around from the front to the back, it can get off really easily. It doesn't take much. So you just want to kind of push it in as hard as you can. I mean, that's about the same. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Okay. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any cutting today on the inside. Maybe let's like get it started. Just so you can see. So, get up to speed. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. We can go a lot faster now because the bowl's even. We were working with a uneven log at first, and so now that we've evened it out, our speed can go up a lot higher. My tool rest is going to be too high for this. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So we're going to pick a spot. We're riding the bevel the whole time. And then we're going to go into it slowly. And just take little cuts. So just like that. Take little cuts. We're going to have to watch out over here. We're already almost there. I'm going to need to take care of that. But that's how we're going to do the inside. Let's see. I actually need to... I might need to just chip this piece off. I'm afraid of breaking it though, because I don't want to take off. I don't want it to chunk out this side. So I think maybe slowly sanding it down is the way to do it. I just want to smooth all this out a little better, because a lot of this is going to be saved. A lot of it's just going to be how it is right now, natural. So let's just work on this a little bit, and then we can call it good. You can also lock my lathe down, which is nice for this kind of work. Really push in there against it. It's not going to move anywhere. Need to get that little tiny piece out. Let's get this guy in here. Just check. Yeah, there we go. Just pull it out a little bit. I don't want to do too much pulling on it again. I don't want to chunk it. piece right here. I'm really scared of that piece. This is going to take a while. Yeah, that looks better already right there. Let's just get this part done. I probably could have, should have, maybe done this before I even mounted it the first time to just clean it up. I'm scared of this because it's got a nice crack right there, and if it catches wrong, it's just going to tear out, and then you'll get a big chunk taken out. So I'm just trying to take care of it with hand tools to go very gently, because I don't want to lose a big piece of the bowl. This was already it already broke off once, and that's why this is like this. It was kind of a cracked piece of wood, which uh, which Galaxy, if you get started on this, beware of the cracks at first. Keep with dimensioned wood like this that comes from a place that just makes blanks. That's a good thing to start with. Maybe not you don't want to spend a lot of money on your wood at first, but get something that doesn't have a lot of cracks in it, because that will definitely affect your first cuts until you get the cutting down a little better. Okay, I'm gonna try and go this way. There we go. We're getting to that end of the crack. Okay. I really want to get this done. Come on. So I'm going with the grain here, so I'm not going to tear out anything. And I'm going above the crack, kind of into it. I'm not going to go underneath it and start pulling, because that'll rip out more. It's coming along though. It's looking better. Getting it taken care of. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, I'm happy. Got a few little pieces right here. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. Okay, I don't see anything. There's one, this little tiny piece. Okay. We dealt with that. Now we can hand sand that down, and then we can, as we cut over, we'll be good. Yeah, I'm trying to work out. There was a nice crack in it. I was trying to work that crack out. It was going in this way, so I was working it from this edge over to get to the end of that crack to even it all out. That way it doesn't catch on anything, and it just looks better. Because a lot of that's going to be as is when this piece is finished. Okay, well we got that part done. Um, Probably tomorrow, whenever I decide to get on, it'll be sometime in the morning. I will jump online and we'll finish up the hollowing of the inside, and then kind of finish the whole bowl up that way. But I have to go to work now, so I have got to stop the stream, even though I don't want to. So let's get back over here. You guys can see me. Okay, thank you all again for coming. I appreciate it so much. This has been super fun for me. I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing what I'm doing with you. All the questions are great. I definitely appreciate all that. Let's see. Let's see who else is online. Let's see if we can go in and raid someone. I don't know who else is on right now. Let's see. Ooh, Timber's on. We're gonna raid. Ooh, actually Emily's on too. That's a tough one. I gotta raid Timber because he's been supporting me for a while. He's a super great guy. Okay, so Timber is a guy out of England that does wood carving. Very awesome guy, super nice. So we're going to switch over to his stream in about a second. So thank you again so much. Thank you for all the support, all the views, all the follows, everything. Let's go say hi to Timber.